Anubis, the judge of souls. In the burning deserts of ancient Egypt, long before modern cities and highways, people believed that death was not the end. It was a journey through darkness, judgment, and truth, and guiding that journey was a mysterious figure with the body of a man and the head of a jackal. His name was Anubis. Some called him the protector of tombs, others feared him as the watcher of graves, but in the deepest part of the afterlife, he had an even more terrifying role. He was the judge of souls, the silent guardian of the dead. In the mythology of ancient Egypt, Anubis was one of the oldest and most mysterious gods. Unlike many other deities who ruled the sky or the seas, Anubis lived between worlds. He walked the line between life and death. In ancient Egypt, jackals often wandered near cemeteries. People believed Anubis was the protector who kept graves safe from evil spirits. At night, when the desert winds blew across the pyramids, some claimed to see a dark figure moving between the tombs, watching, waiting. When a person died, their soul began a long journey through a shadowy realm known as the Duat. Without guidance, many souls would never reach their destination. That is where Anubis appeared, silent and calm. He would lead them through the darkness toward the most important moment of their existence, judgment. At the center of the afterlife stood the Hall of Mat. Here every soul faced the ultimate test. Inside the hall stood the ruler of the underworld, Osiris. Beside him were powerful beings who recorded the fate of every soul. But the one who controlled the judgment process was Anubis, because he performed the most important ritual, the weighing of the heart. Anubis would take the heart of the deceased and place it on a golden scale. On the other side was a single feather. If a person had lived a good life, their heart would be light. The scale would balance. But if the heart was heavy with lies, cruelty, or evil, the scale would tilt. And that is when the true horror began. Standing beside the scales was a terrifying creature known as Ammit, a monster made from the most dangerous predators. If the heart failed the test, Anubis did not show mercy. He simply stepped aside, and Ammit would devour the soul completely. In Egyptian belief, this fate was even worse than suffering. The soul would cease to exist. No afterlife, no rebirth, nothing. Total erasure. And Anubis would move on to the next soul.com. Silent, unemotional, because judgment had to be fair. Ancient Egyptians respected Anubis deeply, but they also feared him. He was the god who knew the truth about every person. Some stories say that during the night, Anubis walks through the world of the living, not to harm, but to observe, measuring their choices, preparing for the day when their heart would be placed on the scale. Anubis was not evil, he was balance, justice, truth. In the end, everyone stood before Anubis, and everyone faced the scale. If the whole of judgment exists, what would the scale say about you?